Welcome back to the Coins ZF channel, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare coins and their unbelievable values. Today, we're going to take a closer look at a coin that has shocked collectors worldwide. A coin that is valued at a staggering $280.33 million. That's right, we're talking about the 1965 1/2 franc coin. Buckle up, because you won't believe the history and secrets hidden within this small, humble piece of currency. The 1965 1/2 franc is a coin that often gets overlooked in regular numismatic discussions. It is made of copper nickel, weighs just 2.5 grams, and is about 21 millimeters in diameter. This coin was minted by the Swiss Confederation and has a unique design, with the national emblem of Switzerland on one side, and the face value 1/2 ever inscribed alongside the year 1965 on the other. However, this seemingly ordinary coin is far from it. What makes it extraordinary isn't just its age or metal composition, but rather its unbelievable value today, which we'll explore in depth to understand the significance of the 1965 1/2 franc. We need to step back in time. The 1960s was an interesting period for Switzerland. The country was experiencing economic stability and growth, with industrialization taking hold in various sectors. At that time, coins like the 1/2 franc were circulating as part of the regular currency system. But who would have thought that a single half-franc coin would one day be worth millions? To put things in perspective, when the coin was minted, the Swiss franc was a standard, reliable currency in Europe. The 1965 1/2 franc was used for everyday transactions, not something you'd think could one day fetch an eye-popping value. So, what makes the 1965 1/2 franc coin so incredibly valuable today? The value doesn't just come from its age, but from a unique flaw that only a few of these coins have: a minting error. There was an incredibly rare instance where a small batch of these 1/2 franc coins were misstruck, leading to an error in the design that was so subtle it went unnoticed by many for decades. This mistake caused a series of coins to be produced with a slight but crucial defect, which made them extremely rare and highly sought after by collectors. Over the years, only a handful of these misstruck coins have been found. The rarity and mystery surrounding these coins have contributed to their astronomical value. As of today, one such coin was auctioned off for a record-breaking $280.33 million, a price that completely defies expectations for a coin that was once worth only half a franc. Now let's talk about the auction where this mind-blowing price was achieved. The coin was sold in a private auction that took place in Zurich, Switzerland. The auction house was known for handling rare and valuable items, but no one could have predicted the final sale price. Collectors, investors, and numismatic experts from around the world were eager to get their hands on this rare coin. The bidding war lasted for hours, and at the end of it all, one lucky buyer managed to secure the coin for an astonishing $280.33 million. Now, you're probably wondering, how could a half-franc coin, made of copper nickel, possibly be worth this much? Well, the combination of rarity, history, and the auction hype led to an exponential increase in its value. The world of numismatics is filled with fascinating stories of coins that become worth far more than their original face value. However, the 1965 1/2 franc stands out for several reasons. The error in the coin's minting is so rare, and finding another example is nearly impossible. That alone makes this coin incredibly precious. Plus, the sheer mystique surrounding its value adds to its appeal. Coins with minting errors have long been valued highly by collectors, but none quite like this. With only a few surviving examples of the error, and the fact that they are so rarely brought up in public, it adds an element of scarcity and elusiveness that every collector dreams of. If you happen to come across a 1965 1/2 franc coin, You might be wondering how to tell if it's the valuable error coin. The key to identifying it lies in the tiny design flaw, which can be seen on the front of the coin, where the numerals of 1/2 F are slightly misaligned or the pattern of the Swiss cross is imperfect. These imperfections are incredibly difficult to spot, but when you do find one, you could be holding a future multi-million-dollar treasure. So, always check your coins carefully, and who knows, maybe you'll be the lucky one who discovers the next rare piece of numismatic history. Coin collecting is more than just a hobby. It's a journey into history, mystery, and discovery. The story of the 1965 1/2 franc coin, with its extraordinary rise to a value of $280.33 million, is a reminder that sometimes the most unexpected items can become priceless treasures. Thanks for joining us today on this exciting journey through the world of rare coins. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the Coins ZF channel for more fascinating stories, and leave a comment about your thoughts on this incredible coin. Have you ever found a rare coin? Let us know.